Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is the Walking Dead universe. Troy is dead and Maggie is back. We got some news to share with everybody today. Yes, we're going to change this up a little bit on Saturdays. I know it's coffee with kills, so yes, that is going to happen. And occasionally we may have the Rampage. This could be a combination of both. So I'm not going to go super beast mode today. We are going to keep it mostly on the topic of the Walking Dead universe. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to expand it out a little bit. So on Saturday mornings, I know we have a lot of our international viewers that are here. So we may incorporate some of the comics, some of the Fear the Walking Dead, the spin-off shows, the movie, a little bit of everything. Because you guys know during the off-season, we're not going to do as many streams. So we're not going to be doing a lot of double and triple shots, but we will be doing stream almost every night. And Saturdays and Sundays will be a little bit earlier just to kind of reach out to our international audience. So before we get started, I do want to leave that up on the screen and give a shout out to the Patreon Army. Patreons are awesome. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Continue to grow this channel. Unbelievably huge. And the channel members also. You guys can see a whole list of channel members. I think we're up to 65, but there is one small caveat. And probably could have done this offline, but I think Sheila Mack and Mitch Puddin-True, you guys might have double signed up somehow under two different things. Check that out, though. I think technically we're at 63, but it's showing 65. So if you guys can check that out, and if you did, kind of, withdraw that. I'm going to say it's 63 at this point. And the importance of that is we get another 12, we're going to unlock another emoji. Maybe it'll be a helicopter emoji. Maybe it'll be Troy. Who knows? But let's get into some of the news. We got Tom Ferreira says, I heard when Morgan finally finds out about, let's see, it might be I heard when Morgan finally finds out about Henry. I don't know, Tom. Once again, they're playing with time. So I don't think Morgan can know about Henry because, as to my knowledge, he's 3 years behind. Would you guys agree with that? And this is where, I promise it's not going to be a rant, but if you mess around with time too much, and we saw that, right? Doctor Strange might be messing around with time too much as well. The probabilities are only 1 in 14 million that something can go right. So I think the probabilities are like 1 in 14,600,000-something that Morgan has actually heard about the death of Henry. Yeah, it can't happen yet, and unless we get this sudden boost. There you go. So Gimple confirmed Season 5 of Fear takes place between 8 and 9. So there we go. We know that we're still a few years behind. It is confusing. So here's some news, everybody, and news starts out as rumors, and then it becomes a thing, and then it gets shot down. So this is a 2-for-1 type of deal. Troy is not coming back, and that really saddens me because I thought he would be a good villain. I thought, hey, maybe in the future Troy could be behind this AB, this kidnapping. Maybe, he's got a little bit of brain issue from being whacked. With, Madison hit him with a hammer. I mean, what can he do? Maybe he was looking for different types of personalities. But yes, I think it was Ian, one of the new showrunners on Fear, said, nope, it is shot down, not going to happen. Troy is not coming back to the show. He's done. Done, gone, ain't going to happen. We can stop talking about it. I loved it. I loved the concept of it, but no, it was just a rumor. And now I'm starting to see on the flip side of that, and I probably did my rant a little bit too early, so I'm going to ask the Army. If Maggie comes back, do you guys think that I should withdraw my Maggie rant? Should I flip-flop on it and change my mind, or should I take a stand of, no, I'm not going to be a fan, Maggie. I'm not going to welcome you back with open arms. I don't care if that is you on the radio. What should I do? I'm going to leave it up to the Army. You know what? We may do a vote. I feel pretty strongly about my Maggie stance. And I know the writer's going to try to get me to flip-flop. Tom Ferreira says, yes, take it back. Take it back. Thank you, Fluff. It takes a lot. With the Negan thing, it took me 2 years. So I'm not going to just do a follow-up video and say, hey, everybody, Maggie's back. Because I know that's the flavor of the day. People want to see that. So I kind of got when I woke up, first thing I'm thinking about in most cases is The Walking Dead and the time skips and the problem with the time skips. I know we see the value of the time skips, but here's the problem. So William's saying no. So I already got a yes and a no. And Bug is coming back saying they have to make a reason to justify her actions. Yeah, but she bolted out the door. I promised this would not be a full-fledged rampage. But I'm not loving it right now. So let me say, I am leaning more toward it's probably going to be Maggie on the radio. I don't like that I know they're going to write it in. She's been in trouble. They've been in distress. And Georgie, they needed help. And they couldn't get back. And the carrier pigeon didn't get there. Someone ate the carrier pigeon because they were starving. And then the mail got stolen, which is a federal offense. And all of these things happened. I get it. They're going to write that into the story. And they're going to give me a little bit of sympathy. And then they're going to show Baby Herschel. And Baby Herschel is going to be so cute. And then I'm just going to be like, okay, she did have a baby. She is trying to take care of him. But she still didn't come back. She still didn't come back. But they'll justify it, right? They always justify it. And then she's going to come in looking like Laura Croft with guns ablazing. The widow with the blazing guns. And then we're going to be like, yes, Maggie's back. We got her. And Michonne's leaving. So if you got Michonne leaving and Rick's gone, and yeah, I mean, I assume most people are going to welcome her back now. And to top it all off now, she's doing interviews again with EW. I think a couple days ago she did an interview. And yeah, she's saying all the right things. I think her quote was, I think about Maggie daily. Maggie is still deep within my heart. And I do see a situation where she comes back. All the right things. So I'm not telling you I'm going to flip-flop on it. I'm telling you that they're playing their hand very well. Tom Ferreira, but Maggie did mess up. You know, in most cases, divorces are not very pretty. But this one is something that I think will end up. She's been with the show for so long. She has a right to come back, certainly. I have a right to be angry for a little while. That's all I'm saying. I was mad at Negan. I mean, eventually I'll probably get over it. A lot of people are saying they don't want her to come back. And what's going to be important to gauge is there's a lot of people that didn't want Negan to be redeemed, and now they're Negan fans. It will be perfect. I'm just going to say it. It will be perfectly well received if Maggie comes back, especially with Michonne leaving. Fluff Salisbury says she probably pawned Herschel's watch to your guns. Oh no, that is evil. That is great. That is great. Oh man, members, are we gonna give out a Kills coin this early in the week? That just made me more angry. She got rid of Herschel's watch. Now, I'm getting fired up again. Now you're not coming back. You're never going to be accepted in the Walking Dead universe. Stay away. How many people, just a show of hands really quick, how many people were here last night for Freestyle? All right, I'm giving it away. I'm giving away. Kel, can you add that to the ledger? Fluff is the first to get a Kills coin that can only be used on Freestyle Fridays. So as you guys know, we're going to give away 3, 4, 5. They're hard to come by, and I was not expecting to give away one this early. I mean, we just finished Freestyle Friday. It completely resets from week to week. And here we are, the very first stream after Freestyle Friday, giving away a virtual Kills coin to Fluff. And Kales, I think we're going to have to keep a ledger of like who earns the most of these. And if you guys really, really want to have a good time, I do have to say, you probably saw the schedule, that we are going to be doing random things Monday night. Fluff is kind of the de facto king of Rhyme Time. It is a segment. We have 6 different categories. Rhyme Time is probably one of the ones that people enjoy the most. And not going to lie, fluff brings it. So if you guys really want to have a good time, be here Monday night at 9 o'clock. And we're going to have 6 random topics. One of those could be rhyme time. And anybody willing to take a shot. You know, maybe you can take the Drama King is pretty solid with that too. Uncle Creepy's had some moments. OU Captain Crawfish as well. There's some legends out there. But that will be on Monday nights because we want to get the week started out. So we did have a couple questions that came up as far as what the schedule is going to be like. There's a calendar on our Facebook fan page. Tomorrow we will stream at noon, and we may do an 8 o'clock stream. I'm not 100%. We could still do a Walking Dead type of theme. Next week we're going to do a Game of Thrones countdown, but tomorrow's kind of open. And then on Monday we'll do Rhyme Time. Tuesday we got some Walking Dead news. Thursday we'll have Fear the Walking Dead. Friday we got Freestyle Friday. And we're going to cash in some of the coins. So there you go, Fluff. You are on the board for next week. William, the Walking Dead Billboard, says, me was out of control. Yeah, William, it was a lot of fun. And William, I don't think you've been a part of a Random Things, but it can be a little bit like Freestyle Friday, but it's a little bit more topic focused. Freestyle Friday is just kind of wild and mad. So one of the things that the Troy death and the Maggie possibly coming back do have in common is the use of time, as I was talking about. And if they're still, their problem is also their solution. I know that sounds a little bit paradoxical, but it is. They keep having characters cross over, and it's great that they do, but at the same time, they say they want Fear to be their own show, which is impossible. It can't happen that way. And as viewers, it was very confusing last year to watch the Madison story and how they kind of went back and forth with time. I know you have color in black and white, which helps with that. And this year, it was just like boost, boost, boost. Now, the reason that they're having to do that now is to develop the story. Now, The Walking Dead historically has not happened to do that. And here's why. We get so into the day-to-day actions of the characters. The Walking Dead, at its peak, could go from Monday to Tuesday, and we were okay just sitting back like, wonder what Rick's going to do today. Wonder what Rick's going to do tomorrow. Wonder what the group's going to do. They didn't need to boost the story forward because all their small actions were interesting and important. And the longer a series goes, those day-to-day actions become a little bit mundane. Would you agree? That, all right, I don't want to see what you're having for dinner tonight, or I don't want to see how quick the plants are growing. And they did that. I mean, when Morgan had the plants, they had to tell, like, how long it takes for a plant to grow. How long did it take Morgan to run there? And if they didn't do that, all the young characters would be too old to play their parts, so on and so forth. So it's almost like in the past, The Walking Dead Rick could be eating breakfast and we would be interested in it, right? I mean, Daryl and Rick would have a normal conversation. Daryl would probably walk up and say, "Hey, Rick, what's in the bowl? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?" And if Eugene probably walked up and said, "If I may intervene, it well appears by the fruity goodness and mystical symbols that he may be indeed enjoying a fortified breakfast of Lucky Charms." And then maybe Alpha comes around the corner. "Hi, I'm Alpha, and I'm having cornflakes. You are not. There will be cornflakes." So that could happen like in a day, right? Just like a random morning, and we're all going to be like, yes, yes, they're talking about breakfast. And Alpha's having cornflakes. But now you can't do that anymore. Now you got to boost the time. And there will be time skips. Because even next season, they've already said that there's going to be, they got to migrate. You saw the winter was there, and now it's thawed up a little bit, and Beta's beating Alpha, and she's prepared, and we're getting ready to go to war. There will be cornflakes, everybody. Come on. Can we get a hashtag cornflakes? That's the corniest I could possibly do on a Saturday morning. But when you take two shows and then the coup de grace, I mean, the big thing here is going to be the movie. Oh my God. Now we got, what year is it in The Walking Dead? What year is it in Fear? What is the movie? Can someone please just flash a calendar up? Just give me a calendar. Just give me hey, it's 2020 in Fear the Walking Dead. It's 2024 in The Walking Dead. Just instead of letting me figure out how many months pregnant Rosita is or how long it takes to grow an eggplant or the amount of time that Morgan might have ran, just give me a calendar. Just make it easy for me, writers. A sundial. Eugene, can you invent a sundial or something? We need to know what year it is. Farmer's Almanac. Maybe somebody finds a Farmer's Almanac. Well, it snowed this year, and it appears that we have not seen a blizzard of this magnitude in the last 7 years. So it's now the year 2026. Something. Just give me a clue. Because I'm still trying to figure out what PPP stands for. I still want to know what the A and the B stands for. And now, I don't even know what year it is. So just wind it in a little bit. Just a little bit. It's too much work. I'm with you. I'm with you with the time skips. I will live and die with the show. I'll follow you. But you gotta just throw me a bone every once in a while. Just help me out. That's all I ask. And I think, and sometimes, we just make it a little bit too clever. All right, good. We're all in agreement with that. So, Troy, I was really looking forward to seeing Troy. I'm on the fence with Maggie. Because I personally did not want her to come back. But now when it's a female voice, I wanted it to be Rick. It could have been a garbled male voice. Really could have been. And then we could have set up. But keep in mind, it's only one voice. So as disappointed as we are, Julia Muse, who started the Troy rumor, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Coleman Domingo. Was it not Strand that started all of that? I don't want to totally call him out, but I think he started it. I'll go back and kind of look at it, and then it sort of took a life of its own. Don't hold me to that, though, because we are, we are live, and this is a permanent part of this Walking Dead universe. And I don't want to call somebody out for something that's not true. I thought I read it was him, and then he just kind of teased it, and some other people sort of went nuts with it. You know how we talk. It's like the Sadiq rumor. The Sadiq rumor was out there. Fear the Walking Dead discussed it. Many of us discussed it, and then it became disgusting. That's the way it evolved. And now it's going to be floating around like Morales. Good morning, Melissa. Thank you for joining us. So I do have to ask those that were on, and don't just say this. So from a 1 to a 10, how many people had a really good time last night, Freestyle Friday? There were varying degrees of beverage consumption. I was not one of those. I do not stream after adult beverages. But I could tell by some of the comments that some certainly did. Some certainly did. But yeah, if you did not get a chance to watch that, go back and check it out. It was a good time. And that's the thing. A lot of people are talking about, hey, what are we going to do? You know, in the past, we finished The Walking Dead and we moved right into Fear. So we had, in some cases, we had a week off. In some cases, we did not even have a week off, right? We just rolled right into it and it's full steam ahead. Now we got like 2 months. So in 2 months, there are going to be theories and predictions and spoilers and other things. And that's where I think when you see Nosferatu, when you see Game of Thrones, not all of our Walking Dead fans are Game of Thrones fans. But we are going to pick up some new Game of Thrones fans. Because there's going to be people that come in our reaction videos and our countdowns and like this group and want to hang out. So I feel like we're going to grow our audience. And I do feel like some of our Walking Dead fans are going to maybe not watch the show but want to hang out. That's always, hey, you can certainly do both. You don't have to watch Game of Thrones to come into our live streams and hang out with us. Because I'm sure there's going to be enough entertaining conversation in the sidebars probably to make you want to watch the show. But certainly, that's going to be our next couple months. Several people binge watching game. There you go. I love it. So real quick, you guys do me a favor. Everybody, pike that like button. And also, if you are going to be either watching Game of Thrones, joining us for Game of Thrones countdown and reactions, or just hanging out with us, whether you watch the show or not, type it in chat right now. Just give me a heads up. Oh, I see Valar. Valar is going to be really one of the ringleaders. And I will tell you, we got a few people here. Mandy Khaleesi, Valar, Drama King, a lot of people are really, really hardcore and might even be bigger Game of Thrones fans than Walking Dead fans. So what's cool is when you see some of the conversation shift. Like with Walking Dead, most of us are pretty outspoken. But when we get to Game of Thrones, there is some really, really hardcore knowledge that comes out. Not only am I having a good time streaming it, I learn a lot. So if you show up, you will learn a lot about the show. About the characters, about the history of the show, and it's just fun to participate. And I will do my best to give you guys a forum and a format and as much entertainment as we possibly can. There you go. The Stallion says, oh, I'll be hanging out whether I watch it or not. That's what I want to hear. And I did go back and watch Infinity Wars just to kind of get ready for Endgame. And yes, we are going to be doing an Avengers stream for Endgame. So opening weekend is... What is opening weekend? I think it's that Thursday. So opening weekend I think might be the 25th. I'm actually going to see it Friday night at midnight. So I'm going to stream a reaction to Avengers Endgame Sunday the 28th. So that gives you a chance to watch it either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday if you want to participate. Same thing. If you don't mind us talking about it or you think you might, see it a week later, you can still come hang out with us and see what our reaction. There will be spoilers. But check it out either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and we will talk about it on Sunday. But there will be a big, reaction video, spoilers, and we've gotten a lot of requests to start talking about movies and other shows, but we have to find like a common link. Avengers is a pretty common link. There's almost all of our audience will watch that. But when we get to TV shows, it's a little tricky because not all of us watch the same TV shows. But yes, we will talk Avengers, but I'm not going to do 5 Avengers videos a week. I love it, but the Marvel and DC universe, I'm not like really, really deep into it from comic book lore and history. I'm more of I can talk about it. I like to be entertained by it. We can definitely get our emotions into there. But when you start going into, the history of the Infinity Stones and the Tesseract and all of those things, you're going to be a little bit above my pay grade. But I'll certainly host it, and we'll get some thoughts in there. So, hey everybody, we are 25 minutes in. I promised you guys it would not be a rant or a rampage today. This is Coffee with Killshot. We're going to wind this thing down. Enjoy a little bit of sun. We're not going anywhere. Don't be afraid if we don't stream for a day. Where's everybody at? This group is like glue. This group is not going anywhere. We're going to add more content, more shows. The next time we will stream, we'll talk John Wick as well. Absolutely. I will, no doubt about it. And the Joker. So any big movies that come out, I'll probably see them on opening weekend and then that Sunday. So just kind of a heads up. Go see them on Thursday, Friday, Saturday if you want to get together and talk about them on Sunday, because there's a little bit more time slots that we can get in there. So barring any major change of plans, we will be here at noon tomorrow. Hopefully our international audience will be there. And hold tight. I got a feeling we'll do a stream at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Not 100% on that, but I'm leaning a little bit more toward 2 streams tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Have a good morning. Enjoy your Saturday. There's a lot of stuff going on. We got a cherry blossom festivals and all kind of stuff up near the nation's capital. So I'll be kind of out and about. May post some pictures on our Facebook fan page, also on our Patreon support page as well. Thank you for making a little bit of time for us in the morning, our international audience. You guys have a safe and productive evening. And I'll see each of you tomorrow. Do me a favor, everybody. I haven't done a shout-out in a little while. So give me a quick 999 in chat so I can shout out all the people that showed up on this Saturday morning. Also, shout out to the Patreons. Patrons continue to support this channel through a third-party website, advertisements, giveaways, events, all of those things. The Patreons are directly responsible. Content, they help me out with content. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, there is a link down below to a third-party website. Would absolutely love your support. Channel members, as we said, we got 63/65 members. 2 people doubled up on their membership. Members, they show up in green. That's my green team. Custom emojis. Also, do me a favor. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Get some Angela Kang emojis up there for the green team. Moderators, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kels, thank you, as always, for everything that you guys do. Wonderful job. And all of our super chatters in this stream and the Freestyle Fridays and all the other streams, you guys are great. And I'll do some quick shout-outs. I want to say what's up, too. Mike Reiser, Troy Mattingly, Ray Beard, Wilson, Janet Person, Charlie Rothwell, John Davini. Also, if you're not a member here, subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. We're so close to 100,000. So tell a few people about it. I think we need another 700 or 800 people, but we're going to make it really soon. E. Beach, Jennifer Flaherty, Gina Crockett, Emmy. Thank you so much, Emmy, for flashing that Angela Kang picture. Villar, thank you. Joey the Gator, Crystal the Singer Chick. Crystal the Singer Chick, I love Jesus more than I love Daryl Dixon Gore. Bad Hair Day, Jason Raymer, Roxanne Dunlap. Who else we got? We got Melissa Eaglebarger, Mandy A. Stacy P, thank you. It was streaming too fast, and I thought I was going to mess up your name. So, Stacy, I'll work on it for the next stream. Danny McNabb, thank you. Irish Dave Doherty. Rubelo's Channel, GW Painter. Jeep, have a good day. Julia Muse. Dan Wynn, thank you, Dan. Heart of Nixie. Donnie Thompson, have a good evening, man. And those of you that show up on Saturday morning, both domestic and abroad, thank you so much. The time slot for Saturdays, we struggled with that for a while, and I really hope this time works for everybody. It means a lot to me that our international audience shows up and that we get a chance to really stream for a time that's convenient for people all across the world. So definitely thank you for being here. Walking Dead Nerd, thank you. Lynn Nesvik, thank you. Lynn's like, I made it. Lynn, we're winding down. Hopefully you're here the whole time. Ragman Racing, thank you. Leanne Gash, thank you. Have a good evening. Grady Hualt, thank you. Becca Boland, good to see you, Becca. Thank you. Stefanella, thank you, Steph. I'm going to hang out for a couple minutes, get a few more shout-outs in here. All right. Hey, those of you that are logging on for the Walking Dead universe and conversation, that stream is over. I'm just going to hang out for a couple minutes with you guys, okay? We'll just chill for a couple minutes. It's kind of like, when you watch an Avengers movie and you stay for the credits and at the very end they talk about something else. So hang out for a couple more minutes and just talk to you guys. I mean, what else are we going to do on Saturday morning? Thank you so much, Mysterica81. Alphabets. Hashtag alphabets. Thank you, Rox. Yeah, it's just going to be a couple minutes. I just want to give it a few additional shout-outs because I know the last few videos we haven't done that. Valar. Someone mentioned something about Jon Snow. If you did, you know nothing about Jon Snow. Valar, they did. Last night in Freestyle Friday, some people said, should I say this out loud to Valar? All right, Valar, calm down. Take a deep breath. There were some people. I feel like, hang on, let me ask the people. Should I tell her? Am I snitching? Or should I just let her know? I mean, I'm torn. I'm just going to ask the people here. I feel like it's my obligation to let Valar know. There were a couple, I'm not going to tell you who it was. There were a couple people that did say Jon Snow was the most overrated character in television. It was not me. Sadly, I just had to read it. I can see the fire in the venom already. How dare they? Absolutely. Oh, she just went full Rick Grimes mode. They know nothing. Oh boy. Yeah, now it's coming down. Look, Chill with Kills might turn into a full-fledged civil war. So, yeah, maybe we don't want to rehash that. I love it, Valar. I love it. All right. You know what? We might continue that conversation. That could be a theme for next week. Game of Thrones versus... You know what? I think in honor of The Walking Dead ending the season and Game of Thrones starting, and we did a quick survey... Would you guys be interested in doing a comparison of Game of Thrones characters versus Walking Dead characters, maybe in Random Things or one of our streams next week, maybe a Tuesday, Thursday broadcast? If you would, leave it down in the comments below. If you're watching the playback, let me know what you think about that. And with that, I think there you go. Now we got some people talking like, yeah, maybe just on abilities or what they're capable of doing. All right, looks like we got a group that would love that. I'll post something for the Patreons as well. And maybe for the Avengers fans, why not? Why not make it Avengers versus Walking Dead versus Game of Thrones? That would be like really, really confusing. That would be as confusing as a Fear the Walking Dead time skip. All right, everybody. With that, I am going to wind it down. Enjoy your evening. If you're in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, go out and enjoy some cherry blossoms today. If you're anywhere else, watch all the people in that area enjoying the cherry blossoms. Have a good evening. I'll talk to you all tomorrow at noon. Peace.